It began with a migraine, sharp, blinding, unlike anything she'd ever felt. Alone in the dark, she whispered a prayer she wasn't even sure anyone could hear. And then the room changed. A presence entered, immense, radiant, filling the air with energy that crackled like electricity. In that moment, she realized she wasn't dying. She was being healed. What happened next would transform her understanding of life, death, and the power of love itself. This is After Breath, True Stories of Life Beyond Death. I'm Matt. Let's get into today's story. It was deep in the night when she awoke, clutching her head in pain. The migraine was unlike any she'd ever known, sharp, blinding, and merciless. She had suffered headaches before, but this one felt different, almost dangerous. Still, she refused to wake her husband or the sleeping children just down the hall. As quietly as she could, she reached for her medication, desperate for relief. She took the first dose, waiting for the pain to subside. It didn't. Minutes passed like hours. Against the printed warning on the bottle, she swallowed the second pill, and 2 more from an over-the-counter bottle. She had always been sensitive to medication, but that thought never crossed her mind in the haze of agony. She just wanted the pain to stop. Soon, the exhaustion became unbearable. She slipped beneath the covers, her body trembling. But as she drifted towards sleep, she suddenly gasped awake. Air refused to come. Again and again, each time she closed her eyes, her breathing stopped. Fear rose in her chest. She realized that if she let herself fall asleep, she might never wake again. In that moment of raw terror, she whispered a prayer, simple, desperate. Dear God, please don't let me die. I want to be a mother. I want to be a wife. She doubted anyone could hear her. In those years, faith had felt far away. She wasn't sure God existed, and if he did, she couldn't imagine that he'd know her name. But that night, everything changed. A presence entered the room. Eyes still closed, she felt it. Something immense, casting a shadow that stretched across her bed. Her pulse raced. Then, in her mind, a verse surfaced out of nowhere. An angel of the Lord stood by them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. The words weren't heard, they were given. Telepathic, gentle, certain. And then she knew she wasn't alone. An angel had come. She felt it reach through her, a hand pressing into her abdomen, not painful, but charged. Her body filled with a strange current, a static energy that rippled through her torso. In her mind's eye, she saw black and white static, like an old television between channels. Then another presence, a familiar one. Her father's voice, soft and clear, spoke into her right ear. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. The angel remained by her side while her father's voice soothed her. And then something far greater appeared. A vast, radiant energy hovered over her entire body, so immense she could sense its power even with her eyes closed. In that instant, her inner vision transformed. She saw a waterfall, crystal clear, luminous blue, cascading endlessly. The moment she focused on it, the static in her body faded, replaced by something indescribable. It began as a warmth in her chest, then grew into a torrent of pure, living love. It rushed into her heart like liquid light, flooding her being. It was overwhelming, perfect, divine. She began to weep, not from sorrow, but from a love so vast it left no room for anything else. Her lungs struggled to expand, yet she wasn't afraid. She knew, beyond all doubt, this is God. The thought came, childlike, trembling, God will judge me. I took too much medicine. She waited for judgment. None came. Only love. Infinite, unconditional love. The realization shattered her understanding of existence. She felt herself dissolve, no longer a wife, mother, daughter, or friend, just consciousness, infinite and adored beyond comprehension. There was no words from God. The love was the message. She expanded, becoming light itself, stretching wider than the sky. She thought, "Take me. Let me stay here in this love forever." Her being swelled, expanding until she felt on the verge of bursting into a billion shimmering fragments, ready to merge with the infinite. And just as she prepared for that final release, she was pulled back. A jolt, a sudden, stunning return. She was in her body again. Her pillow was wet with tears. The room was quiet. She lay there, stunned, breathing easily. The migraine was gone. Her head, once throbbing with pain, was perfectly clear. No dizziness, no lingering soreness. She pressed her fingers against her scalp. Nothing. It was as if the illness had never existed. She told herself, "If this feeling lasts until morning, I'll believe it was real." When dawn came, she rose from bed, utterly renewed. No pain, no fatigue, just lightness. Standing before the mirror, she brushed her hair, still trying to comprehend what had happened. Later that morning, her best friend called. When she shared her story, her friend believed her instantly and encouraged her to find a book about healing. She drove to the bookstore, still dazed. As she walked inside, unsure where to begin, a picture appeared in her mind. A poster from a show she'd never watched, Touched by an Angel. She followed the image's quiet pull to the angel section, picked up a book, and flipped it open. The words she saw described a woman healed by an angel, who felt static energy rushing through her body. She froze. How could that be possible? The exact same sensation, the very same miracle. Tears filled her eyes. The coincidence was too perfect to dismiss. In the days that followed, she relived every moment. The fear, the prayer, the presence, the waterfall of light. And eventually she accepted what her heart already knew. She had been touched by an angel, comforted by her Father, held in the arms of God, and healed beyond explanation. Her life would never be the same again. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more just like it, please hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll be back with more. Thank you so much, and take care of each other.